Curse Blade. Double all damage dealt to your hero 2-3 weapon. Okay, warrior. I could see it in some kind of tempo minion aggro warrior deck. Maybe mech warrior. It's still fireball for 1 mana. It's pretty good. Like if you play fireworks, you hit face 2 times, you deal 6 damage. You play Curse Blade, you hit face 3 times. But you can start hitting at first turn. So first turn you hit for free. And then you hit 2 turns, it's like hitting face with fireworks. So that's 6 damage, like fireball. For 1 mana, it's pretty good usage of mana. You don't expand your board anyhow, but it's flexible. You can use Curse Blade to like deal with shielded minibots or kill leper gnomes or stuff like that. You take 2 times as much damage to your face, but you get so much tempo from it. You can just hit face with it, you don't care about it. Not for control warrior for sure. It's a weird card. Yeah, I guess aggro warrior shouldn't be too good, because aggro warrior sucks. Drawback is pretty big too. For Rogue it will be even worse, because Rogue can't armor up. Warrior has this special ability. Well, good for aggro warrior, everything else is garbage. Everywhere else. 1 mana druid card, Raven Idol. Choose 1, discover a minion or discover a spell. It's probably a good card for Ramp Druid. You pay 1 mana to get a card precisely you're looking for. How is it any different from tracking? I guess it's slightly worse than tracking. Because actually from one side it works, from the other side you don't discard other 2 cards and you don't get rid of 3 cards from your deck. You get it from somewhere else, from nowhere. So in Fatigue Battle it's better, you don't discard your cards. You pay 1 mana and you do nothing. But if you play it on turn 1, you normally do anything if you play Ramp Druid. You don't like innovate Shade. You don't do it because you don't run Shades. You are like BGH Mind Control deck. You need innovates for later. So you can like discover a minion and get something good. The one you want to see in your hand. You get a choice. You can discover a spell. It will be a druid spell. So you can discover a spell and try to find extra wild growth. It's interesting card. I think I would play it in Ramp Druid. It's really like flexible too. You play it against Patron, you can find maybe Starfall, so if you play Azure Drake you can Starfall, kill all Patrons. It's so flexible. Yeah, I like Discover mechanic a lot, I think it worth 1 mana. But it's not for Tempo Druid for sure. You oftentimes use your first turn not on playing Raven Idol, but playing minions. So I think only for ramp. 1 mana Sacred Trial. Paladin, when your opponent has at least 3 minions and plays another destroyed. Cool story, bro. What? No way it works a card, even from Mysterious Challenger. It's just garbage. Why the hell would you do this? Like this secret and Hunter's secret is just a joke. Rogue, 1 mana Pit Snake, a beast, 2/1, destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Druid and Mage will have easiest time ever dealing with it, just hero power down. But against Priest it will at least trade with something, like Zombie Chow, Northshire Cleric. I'll take this trade. That's a Dice to Pyromancer. You play it on turn 1, you normally have nothing to do. In Aggro Rogue you can play it. It trades with Taunt. It's kind of like additional Leper Gnome probably. Should be... You can play like Deckhands, you can play Leper Gnomes, you can play Abusive Surgeons, and you can play Pit Snakes too. Because why not? This guy can trade into everything. You play Aggro Rogue, you play it in before a Taunt, and your opponent, instead of like playing a Druid of the Claw, needs to hero power a Pit Snake down. Isn't it just crazy? Not sure about other types of Rogue, so... Probably Zombie Chow just better. Because in many cases Zombie Chow kills something and still stays alive in early game. For late game, so Pit Snake much better. You play it, it doesn't heal your opponent. You can kill like something big. Your opponent can't remove it, or at least force a removal into it. Might even be something like Shield Slam sometimes. It's a tricky minion. Yeah, I think it's okay for control Rogue too. I would probably play it. It's important to find time to play it, but if you find a time, in some matchups it's really bad card to have. But as well as Zombie Chow, like against Freeze Mage, you don't want it. If you find a time to play this Pit Snake, it will absorb like a Fireworks hit. It will trade sometimes with something really big. Plus, you can get it from Web Spinner. And if you play Hunter and if you play Thunder Rhino, you can charge it into something. So it's cool. Uh, Interesting. It looks not so great, but might be playable too. The 1 mana costs 1/1 world card. Reliquary Seeker. In Battle Cry, if you have 6 other minions, gain +4/+4. 1 mana, 1/1. Not good. If you play this card, that means you will never have a 6 other minions. 6 other minions? How often do you have it? You need to roll 4 with Implosion. Like, oh, look, esports! I rolled 4! I had 2 minions on the board. So I get extra 5/5. Because I'm so good at this game, right? You can play this guy in Dreadsteed deck, but it doesn't make much sense too. Because if you have 6 Dreadsteeds, you normally seek for value other than mana cost. You would much rather play like 8 mana Kolento that than 1 mana 5/5. I don't like it. 1 mana 1/3 Murloc. Neutral, legendary, Sir Finley Mrrgglton.
Sir Finley Mrrgglton. He's a proper gentleman, Murloc. He brings a real sense of dignity and gravitas to the League of Explorers.
I am Sir Finley Mrrgglton, noble knight and an explorer of some renown. Join me in Stranglethorn Jungle to find the final piece of the staff.
Battlecry discover a new basic hero power. Well, it's a Murloc. It has a good stats and it's 1 mana cost. It's the first 1 mana cost Murloc which doesn't make me throw up. Compared to other shit, like 1/2, I mean, no, another guy is good, like this 1/2, which gets buffed from all Murlocs you play. It's pretty good too. It's nice card. It's definitely auto-include in every Murloc based deck. But the thing is, it doesn't have a good impact, looks like, if you play Warlock. Because Warlock hero power is so good. This Battlecry, what does it do? I guess you can play like Shaman, Murloc deck. Sometimes you get lucky and you get like Warlock's hero power. And you start like tapping, getting this extra cards when you're out of cards. You can discover heal, you can heal your Murlocs. You can discover rogue hero power. It's pretty good if you play aggressive deck. Or mage hero power is nice too. I mean, in many cases, hero power you will get will be better than the one you have, unless you play Warlock. And even if you play Warlock, you can get like Hunter's hero power instead, like quick shotting or steady shotting the face. The thing is, if you play it in Shaman, that means you shouldn't have any Totem synergy cards. It's nice Murloc, really nice. If Murloc decks is a thing, everything is awesome. Give your minions +2/+2 for each Murloc you have. You play Murlocs, you play maybe Rumbling Elemental. How many Murlocs have Battle Cry? You play Neptune, obviously. Shaman Murloc can actually be decent. Thinking more. With this guy, it's like a zombie chow. It will get buffed from all other Murloc. War Leader and Cold Light Seer. He'll be getting buffed and he has a lot of life and it's only 1 mana. Maybe Murloc Shaman will be decent actually. It's so good at trading with stuff like Leper Gnomes against Hunter. Not sure. We'll see. Untitled Trogg, 1 mana 1/3. Whenever you overload, gain +1 attack per locked mana crystal. Shaman card. Well, this guy's good. Is it just better than Zombie Chow? Because I think it is. Depends on how much overload you run, but like for control Shaman it's really good. You need something like Shaman struggling against Hunter. All these 1 mana 1 toughness minions, they're such a pain. Play this, it's like Zombie Chow. You can play 2 Zombie Chows and 2 Troggs, and aggro matchups will not be any problematic any longer. And he is growing, like, it's not like just +1 attack when you play Overload spell, it's per locked mana crystal. So, to play like Tunnel Trogg into Ancestral's Knowledge is a 3/3 guy already. And doesn't have drawback like Zombie Chow. Crackles, Lightning Bolts, I like it. This minion will actually enable many interesting decks. I guess you can play Aggro Shaman too, like Aggro Mech Shaman. You have a bunch of Overload in it too. You have Crackles, you have Lightning Bolts, you have Fire God Destroyer, you have Lava Bursts, Doom Hammers. Yeah, it should be pretty good for Aggro Shaman too. This card is just good. Whenever you, from any side you look into it, it's still good. All it's 1/3 for 1 mana, I like them a lot. The last one, Murloc Tinyfin, 0 mana 1/1. Look how cute it is. Oh, I will not play you. You're just too cute. Yeah, just too cute, can't play. Not playable. No. I mean, you play it and the opponent just never kills it because it's too cute. You can't kill it. Top 3 cards. First one, Tomb Pillager. This card is insane. It will be crazy for sure. Like it a lot. That's number 1 for sure. Second one, I kinda like Dark Peddler, but given its second place, not sure about it. Many cards are questionable. Let's give it to Archsief Rafam. I think this guy is probably like super good for control decks. Powerful artifacts. 7-8 for 9 mana is pretty good. Yeah, so Archsief Rafam probably second. And third, maybe... Let's give it to Dark Peddler. Discover a 1-cost card and 2/2 stats. I like this guy. Handlock Zulok. I think it will be a good card everywhere. I like this expansion a lot. No random at all. What you have control random. You have a discover. So it's like, it's random, but it's still intense same time. Because you have an option to pick. Yeah, you can just be unlucky and you get like 3 garbage options, but it's unlucky to be unlucky. Unlikely.
This video is brought to you by G2A.com.